Hey there, everyone. We are continuing on with Big Shiny Tunes 7. This is our Big Shiny Tunes series, man. Whole lot of Canadian content going on in these album reviews. Alright, so let's start with Big Shiny Tunes. Quick rundown if you've not watched any of the previous Big Shiny Tunes reviews. Big Shiny Tunes, presented by Much Music. This was basically the biggest hits on Much Music. This covers the years of 2001 and I believe 2002. Yes, 2001, 2002 on here. One thing I always stress I love is they always put the details in here. They did do a nice job of fixing up where they screwed up with Big Shiny Tunes 7, or 6 I mean, Big Shiny Tunes 6 on the inner notes. The way they did the layout was a real problem. Wasn't a fan of it, made it hard to read some of the stuff. Of all the Big Shiny Tunes I have covered so far, this may be one of the best well-rounded rock collections going. And that's all it is, basically, is rock on here, man. Like, this was a good year for music, especially Canadian music, man. Alright, so the album starts off with Nickelback Too Bad. Great way to start the album. Such a great way to start the album. Nickelback started their album with it. I love the song to this day. I still love the song. I put this in. I crank this the hell up, man. This one's one that gets me right in the heart, man. Then we're on to POD, Youth of a Nation. Man, I remember when this came out and how huge it was. The downside is I kind of figured POD would kind of go the way they did, which is to say I don't think they really ever capitalized off this that well. At least I don't remember them capitalizing off of it for anything. Next up, we're on to Stained. It's been a while. I'm not a fan of this song, and I never really was a fan of it. This is the type of sappy ass, oh, I miss her kind of bullshit I can't stand. Then we're on to Puddle of Mud, Drift and Die. It's really funny. 2 Puddle of Mud songs between 2 different Big Shiny Tunes albums, and neither of them are Puddle of Mud's biggest song. And what makes that even worse, and I laugh the hardest about, I mentioned this in Big Shiny Tunes 6, but I'm going to mention it here as well. She Hates Me, or if you prefer, She Hates Me. In Canada, after 10 o'clock, Much Music, or Much More Music, both just divisions of the same station, would play She Hates Me unedited after 10 o'clock every night. That's basically how they kicked off. They were past the 10 o'clock hour, was all of a sudden She Hates Me came on full glory. Radio too, man. For the longest time, that's what they did, because after 10 o'clock you can drop F-bombs. At least at the time you could. I don't know if you still can or not. That's a good question. But as for the song Drift and Die, yeah, whatever. Then we're on the Theory of a Dead Man. Nothing Can Come Between Us. Okay, I really dig this tune. I still dig this tune after all this time. I think it was a really good tune. Really enjoyable, fun, wholesome, you know. And it's got a great riff, beat, and tempo to it. Then we slow it down a little bit with Sam Roberts' Brother Down. I really dig on this song. When it first came out, I had to warm up to a little bit, but that's because when it first came out, I was really still very much in a hard rock, heavy metal frame set, more heavy metal. Like, at the time this song would have come out, I would have been really blasting the Manson, Zombie, Metallica, obviously, you know. Nickelback would have been new out, you know, stuff like that. So I was like a lot more heavier stuff at the time. And after, you know, a couple months, I realized how good of a song this really was. And it was just, you know, I had to bring myself down to it to really enjoy it. But, I mean, such a good tune. I'm actually kind of surprised that we don't hear more about Sam Roberts still, because fantastic work. And I'm actually thinking that Sam Roberts may have possibly kind of got the Shaft job when City in Color came out, because similar esque. And Canada's only so big, right? So we can only support so many mellower bands. Then we're into Coldplay. I hate Coldplay, man. Coldplay in my place. I don't know. I'm gonna whine really slow. This is Coldplay to me. I'm sorry. I hate Coldplay. I absolutely loathe Coldplay. It's the biggest bring down on this whole album. Then we're into Matthew Good, Weapon. Matthew Good, another one, man. I really never quite got into Matthew Good back when he was popular. And mostly just due to the fact that Matthew Good was mellow compared to everything else I was listening to at the time. But Matthew Good is really good and enjoyable. It's not just a clever name. Jimmy Eat World Sweetness, not a bad tune. Fills out the album. Not by Choice, Standing All Alone. This is not memorable at all, really. When it plays, I don't mind it, but other than that, whatever. Psalm 41, In Too Deep, man. I love that one, man. I'm in too deep. It's some great pop punk, man. And it's really sad that, I'm recording this right after Psalm 41 officially has retired. Got into the Canadian Music Hall of Fame, and that was it. They were done. Newfound Glory, My Friends Over You. Yeah, whatever. It's forgettable. Weezer, Dope Nose. That's a fun one. Not my favorite of Weezer songs, but I still love Weezer. I always have a warm fuzzy spot for Weezer. Okay, this next song I blame completely, totally, and entirely for ruining Nickelback. Totally. If it wasn't for this next song, Nickelback probably never would have turned into the big joke that they are now. They could have become Metallica or Led Zeppelin instead of becoming Bon Jovi. And we're talking about Hero, Chad Kroeger featuring Josie Scott. Now, soundtrack from the Spider-Man movie. Fantastic. Great. Really love that it was in there. Really had some fun with it. I mean, it is a really good song. It really is. Still very nice and powerful to this day. But, dear God, it ruined Nickelback. It really did. This got so popular. The radio, or I mean not the radio, the record labels all get behind it. They're all pushing it, stuff like that. Oh, you need more songs like Hero. You need more like this. You need more. And then we just get the downturn of all the soft Nickelback bullshit. Oh, so much potential lost because of this song. Then we get into probably my tough call, tied for favorite, because I really loved Nickelback's Too Bad. But we're talking about Danko Jones' Lover Call, baby. If you want to do it right. I mean, I love that bass riff. Yeah, just... and it goes... Just the energy in it, man. I like everything about Danko Jones. Love the energy and everything. Another one where so much potential and never able to properly capitalize on it. The second album came out, or the follow-up album after this came out, seemed to get some traction and whatnot, but then all of a sudden, nothing from Danko. Now, that being said, it was right around the time that second Danko Jones, or the follow-up album after this came out, that much music kind of started to die off. Much more music started to die off. Radio stations got really bad for playing the same 6 songs over and over again. And the cool Canadian stations that would go outside of all the commercial stuff still weren't giving Danko the love and respect that he needed, and it really sucked. Danko really deserved better than he got. Then we got the Vines, Get Free. I've never been a fan of this song. Still to this day, I'm not. It's just a little too. I'm not big on the vocals. That's what it is. It's a little too screechy, screamy on the vocals for me. Papa Roach, She Loves Me Not. It's alright when the album's playing. And then we finish with Filter, Where Do We Go From Here? I mentioned this before with a previous Filter song that was on a Big Shiny Tunes album. Considering how I discovered Filter, and considering how like the song that Filter got famous and popular for, every time I hear one of these kind of different mellower Filter songs, it confuses the hell out of me. Really does. The whole way around, like I said, the only song on this album I flat out do not like and will skip every single time is Coldplay In My Place. Outside of that, the rest of the album, just let it play through, man. It's a good album otherwise. I mean, I'm a fan of Big Shiny Tunes 7. Might be my favorite of the Big Shiny Tunes so far. Not sure. Tough call on that one. I'll have to figure that out when I get to the end. Anyways, everybody, I do thank you very much for watching. Come back and check us out for Big Shiny Tunes 8, which I do know we will be doing. We got 8 and 9 for sure. Got to get everything else after 9 still. So we'll see how this goes for the Big Shiny Tunes reviews. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Drop me a comment below. Let me know what you think of these songs. Were any of these some of your favorites at the time? Overrated crap? What do you think? That's what the comment sections for. Let me know. There are a couple links down there. Check those out as well. Hit the like button, subscribe button, bell for notifications. I'd really appreciate that. Otherwise, folks, peace, love, take care.